Number 5. Powerpuff Girls. Apparently, this episode of the Powerpuff Girls, called See Me, Feel Me, Know Me, was banned due to being about communism. But most of the criticism comes from the use of flashing lights in the episode, just like the infamous Porygon episode in Pokemon that was also banned. It still hasn't been aired in the United States, but has been shown in other countries like the United Kingdom and Canada. Number 4. Family Matters. In this episode of Family Matters, an evil doll that looks like Steve Urkel, but has a demonic voice, ends up on the show by climbing through the toilet that Steve flushed him down a year prior. When Steve Urkel asks, "What do you want?" Steve says, "Oh, not much, just your soul." He then proceeds to jump on Steve and suck the life out of him through his eyes, just before Urkel wakes up. What a horrible dream. Nightmare. Number 3. Sesame Street. On February 10th, 1976, an episode of Sesame Street aired with the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz in it. In this episode, the Wicked Witch of the West is flying over Sesame Street, loses her broom, and ends up stuck there. During her time stuck at Sesame Street, she almost turns Big Bird into a feather duster, and does a whole bunch of other stuff to terrorize the residents. This scared many children watching the episode. Also, many parents expressed their concerns about the episode's content, mainly because it was too scary for the kids. Many of the letters sent in said their children refused to watch the show and were screaming and tearing up at the sight of the witch. Number 2. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. One episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, titled Conflict, was banned in 1996. It was originally aired on Veterans Day in 1983. The reason this episode was banned was because of the subject matter for the episode. It had an underlying theme of war and violence, and at the time in 1996, there was enough of it on the news. In this episode, King Friday thinks that weapons of mass destruction are being built. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Anyways, the kids build fallout shelters, and Mr. Rogers says in the episode, "Rules are very important, not just for games, but for all things. Even big things like countries. They have to have rules to protect people too. And someday, you'll be helping to make these rules for your country. I trust that you'll make the best kind you know how." Number 1. Pingu's Lavatory. Pingu. I remember this show. But I don't remember seeing this episode because it got banned for a lot of toilet humor, which, on this type of show, there really shouldn't be much. Pingu goes to pick up his drying fish with a sled and then proceeds to go see his dad, cleaning what looks to be like a bar. Oh wait, I forgot to mention that Pingu and Pinga get completely drunk and pee and poo everywhere. Pingu's dad offers him a drink, and then Pinga comes out also to drink too. It doesn't explicitly say that what they're drinking is alcohol, but I can't remember the last time I drank some apple juice and pissed my pants.